Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Tuesday Tirade Entertainment Talk Show. It's good to see you all. Thank you for all 12 of you being here early, bright and early. This one will be abbreviated because I've got to catch a plane, which means I got up an hour to get through this material. Hopefully, we'll have Tom joining us shortly. He is, ever busy. I always feel like he's burning the candle at 11 ends, not just two. But I'm so glad everybody's here. We have a lot to talk about, and I'm pretty pumped. As I'm going to be traveling, there's going to be premiere videos released in all of the slots that would normally be there. There's going to be the regular video drop tomorrow. I pretty much have got everything covered. There might be one I'm going to miss, but let's say hi to everybody in the chat before we get directly going. I want to say thank you to Carries for becoming a member. I know I've said this before, but I appreciate it. It's probably the last time I'll be able to highlight it. Thank you so very much for that. We've got many members now. You guys are just amazing in your support, and I appreciate you, but I know everybody else that you subscribe to, and if you're a member of somebody else, that's fantastic. Because, again, every little bit helps. Hey, Louvrian, I'm sorry you're still dealing with that. I hope things get better. We've got Biggles Mets in the house. You're at a virtual doctor's appointment, so yeah. Kind of weird. I agree with that. And I hope you guys are all, if you're working, I hope you're lurking, right? Hanging out, just being here. What's up, Snortopoopus Q Burr? We got Keely Chow in the house. The very helpful LDG Pickles from Geeks Enjoy. It's good to see you, man. Mr. Dragon is in the house. We also have our friend Floyd Looney, what's up? The Islington Girl gives us a hello. And Accidental Tourist drops a $5 super chat saying coffee money and cheers. Coffee money indeed. I'm going to actually need some of that, believe it or not, when I'm traveling. I'm going to need a lot of coffee. It's a 3-hour time difference on the East Coast, so I got to get used to that. We've got 6 in the house. You're fine. You're not tardy. Anybody that shows up before I'm done saying hi to everybody is fine. Theme Park Casual, it's good to see you. Hopefully I'll get some footage of a theme park or two while I'm traveling. Hopefully there's time for that I can, at least bring back and share maybe. We'll see. Diablo Dame is in the house. We're lurking from work. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what I do all the time. Barack Dermis is here. I'm doing very well. I'm glad you're happy. Long time ago, I lost a favorite game on phone. Then yesterday and today, I found a game that's similar. Makes me happy. I understand that, my friend. I found a game that I'm enjoying. Something that is very familiar on my phone that is going to help me pass some time waiting for some stuff to happen while I'm gone, so we'll see. Biggles Met says, I am alive! Yes, for $5. I know. Well, virtual doctor's appointment or no. I'm glad you're here, my man. Wookie's in the house. Wook, what's up? We got Brightest Day hanging out. We have Stephanie Janisix, Schmuggler's Cantina. It's good to see you, Steph. I owe you an email. I really am sorry. I will try to put that together on the plane today. We got Mr. Runner in the house with the cool new avatar. Looking good. Our very good friend, Valiant Renegade. Guys, if you're not subscribed to VR, check him out. Great content. He's a real adult, thoughtful person, and somebody that, like myself, looks at the business side of stuff because we really try to make sense of the world and some of these decisions. And we've got, let's see, the hidden hand saying, "What's coffee?" Coffee is that drink that we all that we well, many of us love. It's a beautiful drink that passes through ground beans, and they have caffeine in them, and we all appreciate that. And as we talk about caffeine, here's the greatest person that I know in the entertainment world, Tom. What's up, Tom? I wish I had my cricket sound effect.
That's because my computer's acting like a butthole. Why do you always start without me?
I'm sorry.
It makes me look
Didn't
like
mean
an
to.
asshole.
Okay, I won't do it again. I promise. I'm such a jerk.
It's all right. No, you just like to start on time.
I do. But hey, I'm a supreme sausage that way. Anyway, you're just in time to do Martin.
I'm going to ignore that you just said supreme sausage.
Oh, dude, I would love. Oh man. Anyway, go ahead. This one's you.
I'm going to ignore that. And greetings, my excellent friends.
What? What should I have said there? Because I'm not going to say the thing that'd get me in trouble. So
Nothing.
no, I mean, what would you do? Supreme taco, supreme burrito. What would you call it?
No.
All right. CAC44 says, howdy. We got a super sticker from Stone Cold Jeremy with my favorite little Shiba Inu dog giving us the hey.
My computer keeps freezing.
Don't sweat it, bro. We're good. Bashy Washy, what's up? We got the Islington girl with the same little super sticker. Hello with the dog, the Shiba Inu. I love that thing. It's so awesome. I know, but I need to get back with you, and I'm being irresponsible because I'm doing so much. So I will get to you, Steph. I promise. Raptors is in the house. What's up, Raptors 50? Yeah, a real adult's hard to find. We've got a few of them. Everybody's saying hi to Tom. Wookie is not a real, just chronologically. Yeah, there are a lot of people like that, and that's perfectly fine. Everybody's excited to see Tom. Look at that.
Can you even hear me right now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sound great.
Okay. Everything's frozen on my end.
Nah, you're good. You're good. Hail Greek mythology from our friend Apollo Patriot. Absolutely, my friend. I'm glad you're grinding it out, and I hope people are checking out your videos. I know that I will be while I am moving about the country. So, yeah, I'll be checking out people's stuff. So it's always great. Oh, coffee. That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Wait. No bologna sausage on Culture's channel. That's right. I try not to curse. I don't care if Tom does, but I try not to. Brightest Day says something weird. Do you know what this song is, Tom?
No.
Okay, well, very good.
I know China is asshole.
Yeah, for sure.
It says as ho though. I mean,
yeah.
If like as that had a hoe,
yeah,
I'd be proud to be his hoe.
Well, hey, you guys are like, he's like British as, you're like American as.
Sort of, kind of, but he's funnier and cuter.
You think he's cute?
He's adorable. His name's Babyface.
That's true. Six thinks it should be Supreme Waffle. Floyd Looney says burrito supremacist. I like that. I think that sounds. I'm starving, you guys. Yeah, Snort Poop is like, what's all the food talk? I'm a starving bear. Me too. Ooh, Supreme Ice Cream Sundae. Hey, there's Steeg in the house. What's up, Steeg? Good to see you, buddy boy. We've got everybody saying hi to everybody. I love that. You guys are a friendly chat.
Krusty Moco.
That's right. Krusty Moco is in the house. Daddy Waffle happening. Tom sounds exhausted. Yeah, I told Tom he didn't have to be here if he couldn't. I like it when Tom sleeps, even if he misses the show. And this one's a short one. We only got an hour to go on this one. So, Six thinks as has multiple hoes.
Probably.
Yeah. Especially if he's into gardening, right? Yeah. It was the China is asshole song. Trying not to swear. No, you're fine, brother.
China is asshole.
Ooh, grilled chicken macho burrito from Del Taco. Very good stuff.
Never been to Del Taco.
Oh, you are missing something, my friend, especially with the crinkle fries, man.
I live in the middle of no place.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Come out and visit me sometime, or meet me someplace fun, like Vegas in August. I think there's a Del Taco in Vegas, pretty sure. Krusty Mocha says taco nationalist, absolutely. And DCG with a Canadian 279 says, is the RK Doomcock spat resolved yet? Yes.
As far as I know, yeah.
Yep. It was all resolved. It was supposed to get resolved Sunday. It made it to yesterday, and it's done.
See, because men talk shit out. You know, we don't start a bunch of fucking drama bullshit and try to play victim all the fucking time.
Yeah, it would have been better.
Did I say that shit out loud? I'm sorry.
It would have been better had no one taken to the public sphere to deal with it. But again, I expect everybody to be adults. I like adults. I'm a big fan. I don't like drama, and everybody I know tries to avoid it too. So with that being said, Tommy, you want to cover some of this stuff? Because today's theme for today's show is the new struggle of productions in Hollywood, well, and elsewhere. I bet you can name a few. But
Mission Impossible 7?
Say again. My headphones were telling me they were
Mission Impossible 7?
Why, my goodness, you are the smartest little bear in town. Well, maybe
Snortopus.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's a talking polar bear. I think he's got me beat.
Yeah, he might. He might have you beat. Oops, I shared the wrong one. That was bad. Let's try again. Guys, I promise I will get it. I'll get it up. That's the story we're going to cover. This is one of the problems with productions. They are going to have to deal with this. And I believe the way they're dealing with it isn't the most brilliant way in the world. But this story came to us just a few days ago on June 3rd. I think you may have talked about this on Mead at some point, or Midnight's Edge in the morning, right?
I think we brought it up, maybe, but it's more like not surprised. It was going to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, well, and you
remember how Tom was freaking out.
Oh, dude, he covered you guys covered that tirade, and then Toxic Fen covered that tirade. I mean, we talked about that where he just loses his, mind for good reason, though, for this exact reason, because you can get your crap shut down and not working, and make other people not have a job. That's the thing Tom was worried about, right? So we have here the UK shoot of Mission Impossible 7 is pausing after a member of the production tested positive. The shoot will stop for 14 days, so they lose 2 weeks. And how long is a normal shooting schedule, Tom?
Depending on the film, usually only around a month or two.
Yep, 30 to 45 days. Yep. Yeah, and with those impacted reportedly self-isolating, of course they are. In the UK, 39% of the population has been stuck.
What's funny is if it's Tom Cruise.
I don't think it's him.
That would be so ironic and hilarious. I don't wish it on him, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
I don't wish it on him.
The fact that he had that spaz out and then it's him is the guy who's the one who tests positive, that would be bad.
Well, and again, I mean, it goes back to when, he was yelling about it previously, right?
They're all looking at us.
Yeah. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He wasn't wrong in that tirade.
Yeah, but look, they won't be able to go until June 14th. So, and it was found during a routine test. I guess that happens every day on a lot of these sets. So, obviously Paramount.
Where the hell are they even shooting now? Because weren't they over in Madrid or some shit a while back? And
it says the UK. This is from the.
I was going to say they're not even in the US. So
yeah. I mean, they were in Madrid. They've been in the US, and now they're here. 51% of LA has been stuck, but at various countries are going to have various degrees of getting, whatever. So, but yeah. So this is not the first time they've had this problem. And, Cruz's angry, rant aside, it just kind of stinks. I mean, it's supposed to release on Memorial Day weekend of 2022.
Yeah. Now I see he's a 3-time Oscar nominee. Is he going to give those nominations back?
He probably should. He probably should. Although, as a member of his particular religion, I think they're not buying into the stuff.
And to answer Six's question, I mean, he could have handled it a lot better, don't get me wrong. But he wasn't wrong in what he was saying and what he was doing. Even if it was for a show for the media and it was meant to get leaked out, which I really don't believe that, but some people do. He wasn't wrong in a sense that, they're in the middle of this huge production. The studios are going to get real trigger happy when it comes to green lighting these big productions going forward. And when he said Hollywood's looking at us, he wasn't kidding. Because now that this is shut down, this is going to make more and more of the studios not want to do bigger pictures like this anymore. And that's kind of what Tom was getting at more so.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is all, here's the thing. These are grand in scale, location-based shooting, stuff like that, which Hollywood is going to try to get away from. Because you may have a second unit go out and do all the field work and bring it back to a stagecraft facility. So you never get the travel experience because, I mean, think about the logistics of moving an entire city worth of people, having it all set up and ready for them. So when they get there, they can do their 3, 4, 5 days of shooting and bail to go to the next location to do the 3, 4, 5 days of shooting. All that stuff has to be ready to go. And it's essentially a small city.
Yeah. And you've already have a situation where everything's at a small crawl as it is. And then when you slow it down even more with something like the pandemic, I'm sure they've been shooting now for months.
Yeah,
I mean, they've had to drag this production out, and that's because of this crap.
Yeah, I mean, the tirade was back in February that he had, So I mean, and here we are in June.
So yeah, they've been filming for like 3 times as long as you normally would. And part of the spectacle of these films is that Tom gets out there and does these grandiose stunts and that's all a big part. And plus he's got his own money wrapped up into this. So I can understand a little bit where he's coming from on, even if he was just yelling at 2 guys who got too close in front of a monitor. It matters because now it's been shut down. Again.
Yeah, Mr. Dragon makes a good point here. The budget's exploded on this thing. Who knows? This thing could end up being the most expensive feature ever made. One of them.
Well, could be Paramount's No Time to Die if they're not careful.
I think yeah. Gosh, can you? Well, I don't even want to. You know what? We'll get into that if we have time at the end.
Because we both know they're not in the greatest of shape right now, and
rough shape.
I'm sure this movie production's bleeding money. This is the only franchise they really got. Let's be real.
It's their biggest one. Yeah,
because they ain't been able to do shit with Star Trek. They don't own Transformers.
Nope. This
is the only one that they actually own flat out. And Tom Cruise is in the middle of it all too, so he gets a big cut of that, I'm sure.
Yeah, because it's his production company.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Primary. I think I think Paramount's the distributor secondary. But anyway, I'd have to look at it. But yeah.
Well, that's usually the way these things work.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, but again, you're not wrong, Mr. Dragon. This budget's exploded. I wouldn't even want to speculate. Look at how much Cruella cost. I know nobody believed me when I was talking about this the other day, and you guys were guessing at it when
I went and looked it up. And
$200 million.
How do you spend? I don't think they actually spent. They may have reported that
So with advertising and promotion and everything else, that's $40 million more dollars.
Probably. Well, I'm saying I don't know if I believe the $200 million budget.
They
may be reporting that, but. That's where I was talking to Script about it. Are they trying to pull the producers?
They might be. They may need to. Disney's in huge trouble. Anyway, we'll get into
that's what I mean, where the movie only cost $100 million. They say it cost $200 million, then they can chalk it up as a loss.
Yeah, that's insane. It's absolutely insane. Man, this has been great. This is a great subject to start on because this is just one of the production problems that they're going to have going forward.
Well, and we know where they might be trying to get some money, but I don't know. Like, I just saw that article yesterday where they're dropping 1,000 movies on Paramount Plus, which felt more like an ad than an article to me. But I don't know if you saw that.
No, which one?
Yeah, there's an ad from Variety an article from Variety where...
Oh, I got it. I have it. Actually. We'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll talk about it. All right, never mind. I'll bring it up then.
That's the last one I wanted to close on. I thought it'd be a lot of fun because, Cruella is a glorious disaster that nobody wants to admit to. But anyway, executive producer Sol Leawood says, is Indy going to die at the hands of evil son like Han Solo in The Force Awakens? You know what? We got to see some on-site photos from India today or yesterday or whatever, whenever they leaked. We've seen some photos of him just walking around holding a coffee. Tom, do you have any hope for the Indiana? I mean, I don't. Do you have any hope for Indiana Jones?
Frank is our only hope.
No, I don't think Frank's going to be as steeply involved in this as he would need to be to save it. Look, I don't care.
I'm making the Indy Jones 5.
Well, okay. Well, thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. I love
Waifu said I could.
Waifu.
Yeah, that's what I call her. We're up on all the common modern talk.
Okay, dude, that is not your wife. Unfortunately, would not be referred to as a waifu, my friend.
What? She got Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no. It's usually a young, attractive anime woman. That was normal.
Yeah, she's never been any of those things.
Yeah, so I think maybe find a different term, like
Oh, it's a life term. We're stuck. I checked.
Well, yeah, that's an expensive contract to back out of.
Yeah,
so I get
we're married. Cocaine.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Tom, for joining us. Or excuse me. Thank you. I appreciate
He
that.
snuck off the set.
He did. He ran away. Crap. It's now Tom. Floyd Looney. I don't know, but they have to release that film so that they can get their cut. Right. That's all I'm going to say on that one. How was he not wrong? How was he not wrong in that time?
Yeah, we already touched on that.
Yeah, no, he was absolutely. Maybe his presentation,
his approach, yeah.
Yeah, but he was 100% right in what he was saying. That probably I should have said it maybe that way. So yeah, I may have misspoke, but his concerns were valid, I guess would be the best way to say it. So there we are.
Even if it was for show, hey
Nina.
Yeah, hey Nina.
Mike Beats is here.
But yeah, as far as the whole thing being shut down, not surprised. I'm sure we got to move on to the next story here. Was there anything else you wanted to touch on with this one?
Which one was it?
The Mission Impossible one. Nina, you can look at it that way. I mean, he didn't make the rules though. Yeah. And what was he supposed to do? I mean, yeah, I get it. He's Tom Cruise and he probably could get more done than a lot of other people. I'm not going to deny that, but it wasn't up to him whether or not the production got shut down or not. So,
yeah. And he's got two big films that are, basically putting the frosting on his career, don't you think? That's
to a point. I mean, that's the other thing is he's not getting very young. I mean, he may look good for his age, but I mean, dude's in his 60s now, at least.
Yeah, he's older than me, not by a whole lot, but he's older.
I was going to say because he's at least 10, 20 years older than me. So
yeah, he's a little older than me. If Floyd Looney, this could be his Waterworld. Yeah.
It could, and again, I'm not trying to justify his yelling at all in a sense, but it's like I understand,
Yeah, and 6, yeah, his box office draw it could be waning, but I think these are two films are the ones that are going to cap.
His Mission Impossible series is one of the few things that he's got going for him that, I mean, they're almost untouchable. Like they've been able to just keep him rolling out, and people go see him.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a good question. Are you going to look at Loki? Because anything we've heard about Loki is only coming after 2 episodes that every shill in the world has seen, and so they're all saying good things about it. But I think when you get to episode 3, you're going to have a lot of people go, "What the flip?" And that's,
I tell you, I don't have Disney Plus on my own. My kid has a free account through his phone. So I watched the Mighty Ducks show off it, but I didn't watch any of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I dropped out of WandaVision, 2/3 of the way through.
I think everybody did. I think after what Disney did to Gina, everybody was just done.
That's kind of it. I mean, and I gave the Mighty Ducks thing a shot just because Emilio Estevez was in it. And I was always a big fan of the original too. Anyway,
well, and I love almost everything Estevez has been in. I mean, going back a long way.
And that was me just kind of breaking my own rule there, but I didn't pay for it. My kids got it for free. So, but I have not watched anything Star Wars. They even got the Ewok adventure movies on there, and I still ain't watched them yet.
Yeah, Stephanie's got tons of photos, so she doesn't think Indy's going to
You
die.
were not supposed to show anybody those pictures, Stephanie.
Yeah, dirty.
Those were for our private, personal. Oh, wait, you're talking about the Indiana Jones stuff. My bad.
Yeah. Keely Chow says there are only 3 Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah,
Yes.
fight me on that one.
Yeah. Oh, here she is, the ever lovely Christy. Stephanie. Yes. Gosh, sorry, Stephanie. Didn't mean to Christy you. I cannot wait for this. Don't worry about Kathy. Okay. Look, I hope you're right. I really do. I want this to be good.
I do too, but I've been telling people for a while she ain't going no place until Indy 5 is over. Even if she was fired today and they said, get the fuck off the Disney lot.
How is he in charge if he's not even?
Well, Amblin is probably producing it. That could be. You know, he's never been one to stray too far away. After Jaws 2, he's never gone too far away from his movies. He produced all the Jurassic films, you know, and shit like that. So
I he had stayed directly.
I want to see him on the set though before I believe he's actually doing anything in name outside of name only though.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like he walked away from that director's chair for no good reason.
Well, you know what happened immediately afterward? They got a new writer. And again, they got Mangold, who, like you've been talking about, and I was thinking to myself quietly, likes to end people.
Well, it just seems like, you know, oh, you're the guy that did the Logan movie and killed Logan and Professor X. You're perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I've been seeing some pictures. I don't know if they're flashbacks to deals from the past because they got the whole him in the Nazi uniform or whatever it is, or in the one uniform on the bike. And of course, didn't we have the rumor that was it Mad Mikkelsen's character or whatever supposed to be playing some leftover Nazi?
Yeah, Mads is the villain scientist.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what's going on with this movie. If it has a bunch of crap where they keep going back to the past for stupid shit and try to tie it into the other films, I'm really going to be pissed.
I still think that it would be great if Indy died on the moon, right?
They put a man on the moon.
That's what I'm saying.
If you believe.
If you believe. Gosh, that's a great song. Your brain and mine work. Becky, she's so great. VR sent us a super chat for $2. Says Xenu did it. Well,
probably,
possibly. Yeah, it was really
didn't have the Thetans
production.
Didn't have the Thetans to get through.
And Becky gave it a little love to Tom too. I hate to be at odds with Stephanie, because it sounds like she's really interested in this film.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I hate being at odds with people on stuff. It just seems like, you know.
Why, you think she thinks it's going to be a good movie? I don't know.
I think Stephanie thinks it's going to be a good movie.
Let her hope that. I hope it is too.
But
after fucking look, we're in the same spot we were kind of, and this isn't towards Stephanie or anybody for that.
No.
I mean, we're kind of in the same spot we were when Star Wars was bought. We knew what Lucas and Spielberg did last with the fucking franchise when it comes to Indy. So it's almost like anything they do can be an improvement. We say that, but then we turn around and we could get The Force Awakens or the Last Jedi of Indiana Jones. And she says, I speculate that Spielberg left over the treatment of Lucas. He'll be there soon. Maybe. I think he just left over the treatment, period. I talk about the script. Because he didn't want to make the last one. I think he's really Indied out. Well, I think he said all he has to say about it. I think it really hurt his feelings that they insisted on doing another one after he had the ending with, you know, the friend and the dad riding off into the sunset. To him, that was
perfect
where he wanted to end it. So
the perfect end. Yeah.
And I agree with him there.
To rehash the Crystal Skull stuff was just weird. And I know a lot of people like that film. I just didn't. There was too much hokey.
Who the fuck likes that movie?
People. There are people. Believe me, I've had them in my chat, dude. It happens. It's okay. I mean,
your sources? No, I'm just kidding.
No. Oh, dude. You're a goofball.
No, I've not met anybody who likes that movie.
God. Yeah, my mom likes it.
There's even at least even with Star Wars fans, they'll lie to themselves sometimes and say they like certain things about the prequels. And I get it. The third film's decent, but I have yet to meet anybody to lie to my face and tell me they like Crystal Skull.
there are two moments. My mom liked it, but there are two moments in the third film I really loved. Um, and the first film, the only thing I can think of is the Duel of Fate scene. I mean, what a waste of a character that you set up as bad
Six
guy.
actually liked Crystal Skull.
Well,
Okay.
we'll get to that in just a second.
All right.
That the Islington Girl, unfortunately, I from time to time have to participate in various Disney, so I'm stuck.
I like
Uh,
this though.
yeah, yeah, you guys are awesome. Yeah, lots of people are in that boat. VR is, dude, you're throwing me money. What are you? Am I dancing on a pole? He says, for $5. Says I've been consistent. Say that Indy 5 will be a buyout offer to KK. She gets her name on the film. Disney gets an amicable parting of ways with her under an NDA.
Well, that's it doesn't have to be. This is the only thing I know is that she doesn't have to be a part of Disney to be a part of this movie because she's one of the producers. Like they can't make this movie without her. Like it's kind of like the whole Amy Pascal's Spider-Man thing. They can't do it without, like, Star Wars might be a different story. But Indiana Jones has always been one of her babies, and there's nothing they can do about that.
Well, and
I understand now what you mean, Six. I'm sorry. I know you love the prequels. I don't hold that against you.
Yeah,
but I can't believe you liked Crystal Skull.
Crystal Skull. Yeah, the N word. Yeah, I say no all the time, Samurai Vader.
Polly says, I see everything before casting an informed opinion. Normally I would, but when it comes to like Cruella, I'm pretty sure that I don't need to see that. And all the people are like, you need to see the context. It's like, I know the context. It's wrong. It's wrong. So.
Yeah. Oh, wait, this is a good way to see the film. Mike Beat says, if MS3K, yeah, it definitely becomes enjoyable if that's the case. That's true. That's true. Everybody's saying hi to Polly.
And Nina's right. No, she isn't the one who needs the NDA. It's anybody who's worked with her.
Oh, wait, who was that?
Nina. She says, LOL, KK doesn't, it's right underneath the one you got right now.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. Doesn't need an NDA. Everyone who's ever worked with her needs an NDA so they don't share their Dude, this is the only chick in Hollywood who has fired more directors than she's worked with.
It's true. Especially when it comes to Star Wars. For those who like Crystal Skull, that's fine. I remember walking out of that movie so pissed off, so angry, so let down. I felt like that episode of South Park.
Wait a minute. Bow chicken wow wow.
I can't help it. The ladies like me.
I know, dude. They love you. They love you. Oh, you didn't like Shia, huh? No Shia.
I didn't like him, and I didn't like that Max guy. That character is unnecessary, and it should have been what's his face.
An older Indy would have been awesome to see, just with a better story plot. Sure, like with his son. You guys, everything I've heard is, and I'm not saying a word about it.
I don't think much showing up in this one, is he?
I'm not saying a word about anything. I'm not gonna.
Would they even let Shia LaBeouf on a set?
He's so talented. Oh gosh, what was the movie he just did? It was really good. Crap.
I don't know. He did it in a phone booth in New York somewheres.
He was all tatted up like crazy.
Oh, crap. I don't know. You're talking like an actual movie.
Yeah.
The movie won't be done before KK leaves. I don't know. I was saying she won't leave until the movie is done and over with.
No, and that's kind of, like I said, that's her swan song. I mean, everybody's getting their play out moment right now, in my opinion. Right?
Well, Bob's getting while the getting's good, dumping all his stock. I mean, it could be nothing, but I think he's building his own severance package on top of. If we see some other big wigs do the same kind of thing, I'd start to worry. But
well, I mean, we can talk about that if we can get through the rest of this. But we're on the first topic. Where we are. Darius threw out a super sticker. What's up, Darius, with your box of popcorn? Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Let's see. Oh, wait. Valiant Renegade says, and Tom, you are correct. The movie won't be done before KK leaves.
That's what I was
Principal
referring to.
photographer-
I think she'll be there through the whole thing.
Yeah, she'll make it. Script and I talked about this early on. She will get enough soft extensions to get through that. And maybe through the production of one of the Star Wars things she's involved in still. But that'll be it.
There you go.
At least that's what we believe. That's Script and I. Now, that's beliefs. That's not anything more than an informed opinion, as our friend Paulie would say.
Paulie.
What will be interesting is see how much of the film they change after KK is no longer head of the studio. Yeah, you can only fix so much in post. You really can't. You can't fix story in post. You can try. It doesn't work. Oh my God! Oh my God! Yes, the tax collector. Thank you. God dang, my brain was melted, dude. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, I'm about to get on a plane, so my brain is elsewhere at the moment. Yeah, soft extensions. Well, yeah, that's kind of what they are. Gosh, Floyd, if she ain't leaving, hey, look, the day that the door hits her in the ass will be the day I will talk about it at length and with great feeling, euphoric emotions probably. But it isn't going to change anything that happened already, and her name's tied to that shit forever. So, I mean, I just cursed on my channel, guys. Sorry, gets me upset. All right. Well, look at how much KK reshot every film she did. Yeah, that's true. And again, if there could be a lot that could have been cut that could make the story better that they could bring back, in her absence. So I see it. All right. Yeah.
You made culture curse.
Yeah, I'm mad. All right, let's move to the next story because this will be fun. Ready?
Okay.
You know what else causes increased production problems? Production hit by inflation as
Penile
price
dysfunction.
materials
Never mind.
skyrocket. What now? Wait,
So
what was
penile dysfunction.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say. I thought you were going to say something like, "Well, yeah, as the cost of cocaine goes up." But anyway, no. Construction materials. So let's read about this super quickly. Hollywood obviously invested in the current administration. That's not germane to what we're talking about. Production executives said key supplies are about 10% higher compared to just a few months ago, according to a recent report in The Hollywood Reporter, which I didn't grab that article, probably should have. That includes plywood, which now costs 3 times as much as it used to, as well as items including steel, glass, and paint. In the last 3 months, the cost of materials has shot through the roof. Founder of 41 Sets, North Hollywood company that specializes in set design and construction. Some believe Hollywood's inflation woes could be even higher. Yes. So this is a big problem. The consumer price index is up 4.2% annually in April, much higher than expected. It's expected to go even higher than that. So we're going to see these numbers climb like crazy. Yeah. That's going to make productions incredibly expensive, even more so than budgeted for already.
I saw this was already affecting other industries. Like I saw somebody post a thing like $1,000 worth of lumber a year ago compared to $1,000 worth of lumber today is like a huge difference. Like you only get like a third of the lumber. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, in some of the elements that I do for hobby stuff, I buy lots of materials like plywood and things like that, and it has changed how I look at doing things because the production is so much more costly. It's also why I'm looking at land right now rather than houses and stuff like that at the moment, because I know eventually building materials will either drop off or the available amount of funds versus how much they cost will change, which will make it easier to just build a location when I get to that point. But I just I look at this stuff and I'm going, this is going to kill productions. You budget X, right, Tom? When all of these things were drawn, right? When you're drawing everything to the production budget,
Yeah.
after everything else, which includes casting, and people get more expensive under inflation too. Um, you had an original production budget. 5 months later, that thing's gone because you didn't calculate for the inflationary pressures, and so now you're 2/3. You're going to extend that budget by another 2/3. It's going to be a big
You
problem.
almost have to. Like, that's the thing is, yeah, and this goes back to what we were just saying before about the whole thing with Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
The producers don't want to make these big movies anymore as it is, and now you've just basically tripled the budget of this shit just because of inflation.
Yeah.
And honestly, I hate saying it, and I don't mean to get political, but guess what, Hollywood? You asked for it. You fucking asked for it in the middle of this shit. Just remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. And no matter how much their bailout was, and they like you keep mentioning, they found more money after the bailout. So thanks for the bailout. Plus, we have all this extra money.
Yeah.
It's not going to help them.
Well, this is what we've been saying. The bills are coming due. Sooner or later, the shit was going to catch up with them.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, Becky nailed it. Wow, imagine that. Welcome to the real world, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yes, welcome.
That's why AT&T was probably like, fuck this noise, and they got rid of Warner because they seen that as just a burden coming, even more than it already has been. And that's why they didn't sell it. I mean, they're merging it with Discovery, but still, they technically took a loss on that shit. Let's be real. They took a huge.
Well, no, they amortized their 50% loss, which could end up being a 50%, a gain. So
I do feel like it was the best move for them. I'm not trying to make it sound like it was a bad deal, but
Tom, they own 71% of the stock interest in that company.
No, but my point was they just didn't want to deal with it, and that's what I'm saying.
They were smart to kick it to the curb because you're going to let Zaslav slim it down. But that's the other thing. None of these people realize when you it doesn't matter. I don't want to get into the politics of it all, but it does figure greatly into it. Production is probably going to change more to CGI as technology evolves. You're not wrong, Nina. We were just talking about that. I mean, these grandiose, bigger than life pictures are going to change how they're shot, all of the elements in them, to facsimiles of things. So it'll be safer. And
we're going to be watching Pixar movies in 10 years, guys. Everything's going to be done in computers.
Yeah, mostly. And maybe even the actors themselves, which we've been talking about for a while.
Well, it gets easier sometimes to do that.
Well, you have, like, Wookie has been pointing out for the better part of a year and a half since I started doing YouTube, and Wook's been in the chat. He says CGI actors are next, and I agree.
The only thing that won't change is we'll always need voices. I mean, because a computer, just no matter how hard it tries, cannot reproduce a voice. Governments print massive amounts of money, prices go up. Oh, yeah.
If only there was an area of study for this.
It's almost like you let the clowns run the fucking clown card, huh?
Yeah, they did.
Sorry, I'm... I don't want to get political.
Oh, yeah, replacing a deck that's rotten. I was able to get a legit discount through my contractor on composite decking, yes. That came out to be $100 more than the non-discounted lumber. Holy cow. You still want to go with composite in a deck that you don't want to have to do annual maintenance on. Just FYI. What's up, Adega? Econ 101 cheaper is easier, but not always better. That's right. Yeah, Monkey Jeebus. CGI, you get perfect people, and you can't call them narcissists, and they won't mouth off, which is true.
Keely, I really don't understand what they did. What did Disney Discovery Family do?
They touched him in the wrong place. That's all I've been able to figure out at this point. What's up, Apex? Good to see you, buddy.
They bought it from Disney. I know that. I mean, I don't know what they did. What show did they kill or hurt that upsets you, Keely? I'm serious. I don't understand.
Oh, dude, yeah, Brightest Day. Animation is way cheaper. There's no doubt about that. Willie Woodward says, "Oh no, Tom! In 10 years, that fake voice tech is totally going to get better at Culture Casino." That's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
but there's still things you just I don't know if they'll ever be able to get the nuance of.
Inflection, inflection is hard.
There
Tonality.
is some scary technology out there that we can talk about in a second, though. I know you ain't got a lot of time, but
No, we got about 15 more minutes. With these actors,
yes.
actors be called binary. Unfortunately, yeah. Discovery killed the hub. Oh, okay.
What's the hub?
It was a show.
Oh, well. Sorry to hear that, Keely.
Yeah, but I feel for him. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get to this last article, and then we're gonna wind down talking about some scary stuff. Ready, Tom?
Yeah, I like Freddy Krueger.
6 thoughts on Cruella, starting with it may be the best movie of the year. So
All right. I've not seen this movie, but you serious?
I wish I had that clip. You serious? Oh my gosh, this person believes this stuff.
Cruella de Vil Wears Prada is not the best movie of the year by far. I guarantee it.
Well, and that's the weird thing. I mean, they're comparing it to The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, and other contenders that opened this year as 2020 films. Cruella, who cares about that?
No way it's better than Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah. The thrill of the Odyssey is how a twisty and emotionally vibrant it is.
Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil.
This I can believe because these two people are incredibly talented. I like
If
Emma
she
Stone.
doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. I'll tell you, I liked the movie better the first time when it was called The Devil Wears Prada and Joker. And, and again, I reiterate 1,000,000 times over, I don't care what context you put it in. Having Cruella's parents killed by dogs makes absolutely no fucking sense. It just doesn't. It doesn't.
It never did.
I don't care how you do it. I don't care how it's portrayed. It just Look, I have out of my top 5 favorite Disney movies of all time. You got like Pinocchio, you got Little Mermaid, and 101 Dalmatians crawls in there about 3rd place, right? It's probably one of my favorites.
Right.
And anybody who's seen the movie knows she don't give a fuck about the fact that they're puppies. She don't give a fuck about the fact that they're dogs. She just wants that fucking fur coat. It don't matter. They could have been fucking spotted emu. She wouldn't have cared. It had nothing to do with the dogs. Nothing. And sorry, 6, I don't mean to be a spoiler, but it's out there everywhere. Like, everybody knows this. Like, it's kind of like, I'm sorry if I did, but ugh.
Wookie, this is where I fell on this at the very beginning. I have no interest in this villain as a standalone sympathetic character.
And Script and I talked about this yesterday on the morning show. Script Doctor and I. We both agreed. The better you could probably tell a really good story with this character. But once you put that kind of a thing in there, that makes it tied to that stupid idea. All you had to do was make a character who got so wrapped up in her fashion and art that she took it to the extreme. Yeah. She like Script said, she went over that edge and started doing, you can't get that kind of pattern creating it on its own, so I can only get that pattern by killing an animal. Well, there you go. That's all you had to do. And then she just gets more crazy as she keeps going. Okay,
a common idiot. This is what this is. They're not going to make it. They said it was in development. That doesn't mean anything in Hollywood.
Well, I'll put an asterisk to that. Disney would make this, but it sure as hell ain't gonna have Emma Thompson in it, and it won't probably have
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, I mean.
Yeah, it's too expensive. You have 2 incredibly expensive female actresses who didn't get a giant portion of the $200 million. I don't know where they put that money. I don't know where they put that money.
I'm calling bullshit on it.
I just
Unless
dang.
they had to pay for a bunch of insurances, I don't know.
45 million in advertising, promotion, tie-ins. God, I just don't see it.
It's not going to make even close to that.
Yeah, so this is being done more and more, and a lot of people have already caught on to the game now that when a film is going to underperform, either before it releases or as it releases, they're going to announce a sequel to try to drive traffic to the film. It's kind of similar to the trick where they stuck Captain Marvel in between two films and said, "Oh, you have to see this for the next film to make sense."
Sort of, kind of. We saw this all the time with Star Trek.
Oh yeah, Star Trek. Yeah,
we see it a lot of times with a lot of franchises. It's nothing new.
Darius.
One day you will be a real boy, Darius, if you believe.
Oh wait, can you do the Cagney Dirty Rat line?
You dirty rat. No, I don't know. I can do it like Michelangelo.
There you go.
You killed my brother.
Isn't that the weirdest thing, Robert Hammer? I mean, they actually great villain, great animated film. Glenn Close, really good at doing the live action version, right? Right, that was Glenn Close.
Well, that's what makes her a great villain. Is she's uncompromisable. She wants to do something that nobody understands but her.
Yeah,
you know, and that's exactly. And again, it has nothing to do with the fact that they're puppies, and that's what makes her so villainous. Is she don't give a shit. No. She doesn't see them as puppies, and it has nothing to do with, oh, I've got this, disdain for puppies. No, whoever fucking thought of making this movie, you are an idiot. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just weird. Hey, Makini, good to see you. Thanks for promoting the stream. Adam Wofford for $10. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. There's a software company where they can take your voice and generate things that you wouldn't ever say. And Disney has invested into this software. It's a matter of time where no human would be cast in the movies. I believe that. Yeah, they can probably assemble a phonetic database utilizing various inflections. It still won't sound like it flows. Maybe it would, Adam. I'll have to look into that. But that wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me at all. Thank you for the $10, my friend. Stephanie says, I have no empathy for any film that empathizes with evil. There may be an exception in there. Tom, can you think of one?
I mean, we were just talking about the Star Wars prequels earlier, and there's always that way you can tell a story about how somebody got to the point they are. You can make a sympathetic villain, but no, it's very difficult to empathize with somebody who's treacherous or villainous, who truly is.
No, Darth Vader in the original trilogy.
It's hard to well, once he gets to the point where you realize he's more and more human inside, then it gets a little bit easier too. But even then, I don't think anybody really said, "Oh, well, he's an empathetic character per se."
Yeah, you're right. You more sympathized rather than empathized. Yeah, I get it.
Gosh, I mean, there's probably Hannibal. There might be an argument made for him.
Yeah.
Because he's one of those guys that even though we know he's just so horrible, he has his.
Yeah.
He just, for some reason, him having his set of morals of his own and the things that he does for Clarice and stuff, kind of.
Yeah. Like the television version of that would have been Dexter, right?
Kind of, sort of.
Bad guy. Yeah.
I don't know about Freddy Krueger much, Brecky, but. Now, an argument could be made for Jason, and not so much Freddy, because Jason didn't do nothing. I mean, he's probably one of the most empathetic bad guys there is as far as that goes.
Robert Hammer. So that's quite possibly it.
That's the other thing. That is true. I heard that has a hell of a soundtrack.
Yeah, that's where I left off here. The soundtrack is to die for. The film confirms that Craig Giuseppe is a director for our time. What?
For what time?
Yeah, our
That
time.
time of the month?
Yeah, well, they were highlighting he made I, Tanya, so maybe. I don't know.
Oh, there's another movie where you empathize with the fucking villain. A real life one, no less. There you go.
Tanya
Yeah.
Harding.
Yeah.
All
Of
right.
all people.
Well, all right. Well, I'm running out of time, so we have to wind
Yeah,
down.
I know you're running out of town.
There was some scary stuff out there you wanted to mention.
Well, it was. I didn't find this story, but it's out there. Like, there's this new technology going off of kind of what I think Willie and some of the other people were talking about earlier. Um, it's kind of cool, but it's scary at how good it is. And they've basically found an algorithm or whatever, a program, whatever you can call it, app, whatever it is, that basically can take foreign films or American films, and you can have it'll change the lip sync, and the translation will be in the actors' voices. So no longer will you need voiceover, and no longer will you have the Bruce Lee lips.
Whoa! So you're not going to have to. You won't have to loop
Nope.
or a dub track.
Nope.
Wow.
And there's actually test footage of this out there, and it's fucking crazy. They got like, Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson doing their lines in English, and then all of a sudden they're in like Mandarin or Spanish or whatever, and it's like it's their voices, but it's in the other language with the same kind of inflection, and it's eerie as fuck because then the lips even match right up and everything.
That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna go looking for it. That's something to look at the airport.
Yeah, me and Robert both shared it on our Twitter, so if anything, you could find it there probably. It was a while back. I just couldn't find it right now because I know you got to go. So
yeah, Matt G, thank you so much for promoting Mandy, and of course Tom, our guest today, the guy that my co-host. Let's not even call him the guest.
Okay.
He's the guy that makes things go here, and yeah, it's a great fashion film according to some. So if that's the thing, then there you go. There's a Buffalo Bill Tinder profile out there, says Monkey Jeebus.
I saw that.
Wow. Yeah, it's going to be mishandled a lot, no doubt about it. Yeah, it's going to be really bad for deep fakes. We're going to live in a world where you're going to have to question everything. That's a problem. And they want you to question nothing right now in society. So, yeah, I definitely want dubbed over hilarity too, my friend. That's great and all. Till they're using it to prank call in order to. Yeah, that's a real problem. You're not wrong, Brutal Morningwood. That was a real issue. Wait, that can be done for The Last Mercenary. JCVD speaks in French in the trailer. Wow. Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's cool. I can't wait to see that. I think my response to that yesterday was, I would be lying to say I wasn't interested in this. Stephen Walton and Wood. Name a more iconic pair. Very good. He's not even here, guys, and you're smacking him. My eyes can spot fakes. I hope so, man. We need to get there. Yeah, I think we're there too, my friend. And that's a shame. But on the interest of me actually getting to the airport on time, I want to thank everybody for being here. I do hope that I'm able to do at least one or two live streams while I'm gone. I want to do at least one members one while I'm gone, maybe to show you something wherever I'm at. And I am going to try to do a weird version of the Sunday Culture Review from the road. Everything else is going to be a pre-recorded premiere version of everything, so you won't miss any of the content I would have created had I actually been here in my own studio. So we'll be back live. And next Tuesday, Tom gets the day off, the next Tuesday, which thank you, Tom, for being here. But I have replaced that with a premiere episode I pre-recorded with a very odd person that you all love, Mad Mardigan. Other than that, Tom, anything you want to promote? You guys have been doing amazing stuff over there.
Kumquats.
Okay, yeah, kumquats are good. Don't steal them, though. Don't steal them.
I haven't tried them yet. Are they little orange grapes?
I think you'll like them.
Or are they more like oranges that look like grapes?
They have their own thing, I think.
I gotta know.
They're more citrusy to me. But
So they're more like little oranges.
I don't know about that. I think you just need to try one. You need to just try one. Just try it.
I can't find any.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'll send you a box.
Nah, I'm sure.
All right,
I'll
guys.
get them probably this summer.
So you don't want to promote anything?
We just dropped a video this morning, I think, with Valiant Renegade, where he's talking about Iger's stock dump.
Yeah, he's been Valiant VR is doing great work, guys. If you're not subscribed and support him, I don't know why. He and I are cut from the same cloth. We both, like I said earlier, we both look at things from the business side of things and shake our head. That's how we spend our lives. So do check that out. I'm glad that dropped too. Anything else, my man?
No, we just got the normal stuff. Oh yeah, actually, our stand and deliver reunion is still going on Thursday, but it's been moved up due to some scheduling conflicts with Blue Diamond Phillips. So we moved it up an hour or two. I think 2 hours now, maybe. I don't fucking know anymore.
Hey, I will be. I won't be there in anything other than the chat, but it'll be amazing. And I always feel like I'm missing opportunities, left and right. But I don't want to do that anymore. But anyway, thank you, Tom, for being here as my co-host. I will see you again in 2 weeks, I hope. And other than that, guys, thank you all for being here. I love you all. We support everybody. We avoid drama. Hopefully you do the same. Your life will be less stressful, I promise. Which means take a break from Twitter every once in a while.
That's right. Keep the drama for you, mama. We ain't got no time for that.
That's right. And on that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time,
don't kill puppies for coats.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. Meet starts tonight. Casino. He's got lice hair. Culture Casino. Hairlicious on Pornhub. Culture Casino. He's Culture Casino. Hairlicious.